I'm going to go over a test you can do at home just to check your thyroid. If you think you have a thyroid problem, this can be indicative of a thyroid problem. So it's called the Barnes Axillary Test, and you take your temperature under your arm. So you get a regular thermometer, an oral thermometer, not a digital thermometer that gives you a display or a number when it finishes. The regular one that you shake down, okay? And so you shake that down, you put it on your nightstand right next to your bed. So you're gonna put it when you wake up immediately under your armpit for 10 minutes. So let that temperature stabilize. That temperature should be 97.8 to 98.2. If it's below that and you have it 3 days in a row, you would suspect a thyroid problem. Now, menstruating women, I got here in blue, if you are a menstruating female, you have to do it day 1 of your cycle started then. You can't do it later on in your cycle, because if this is your cycle, I should have left room for this, but you take a line, make a graph, 97.8 to 98.2, and then what you're going to do, this is day 1 of your cycle, and then you're going to start plotting the temperatures. If you're plotting them all every day below that line, and 3 days in a row, you would think, this is maybe a thyroid problem. So you would do it like I said. Let me grab another color, because it's going to be low. If it's low, right here at ovulation goes up, and temperature is going to stay up until you get back to day 1. So you have to do it if you're a menstruating female right in that time period. Otherwise, you can do it anytime you want. So you're going to test it, and if it is, it's time to run a blood test. Now, that's a complete thyroid panel that we run. We see a lot of tests come in, TSH, T4 free, TSH, T3 free. Those are just a couple findings. So those can be normal, but you can still have a thyroid problem. That's why you need the whole thyroid panel. I've run countless tests. They were just getting TSH or TSH and T4 or whatever, and I run the complete panel. They have Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Sometimes none of the other findings are normal. So, but you still catch a major autoimmune thyroid problem. So here's some of the problems you can have. None of these problems are indicative of, I for sure have a thyroid problem, but hypothyroids, these are some of the problems. Now, I don't have the ones for overactive thyroid. I just ran out of room, so I'll do another video on that. But morning stiffness, or when you get up from a chair and you've been sitting for a while and you're just stiff and creaky, that can be a thyroid. Heart skipping beats, that can be another other nutritional problems too. B vitamin problems, mineral problems, coughing, hoarseness, cramps, especially at night. Slow morning, and then later in the day fast. So if the morning's slow and it's hard to get going, you got a good night's sleep, that's thyroid. If in the afternoon your energy dives, that's probably adrenal. If you have headaches in the morning, and most headaches are from the neck. I'm a chiropractor, so most headaches we see are from the neck. But there's other headaches we see. And if you see it, get up and have it in the morning, we think thyroid. It's the afternoon, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, we think adrenal, that there's something else going on with that headache patient. So morning nausea, motion sickness, cold hands and feet, hair brittle, hair dry, sleep problems and restlessness. And I wrote cold hands and feet twice. Forgetful or short-term memory, that can be thyroid problem. Low blood sugar, low cholesterol. Cholesterol can be too low. I saw one the other day. The brain needs that fat, and if you get cholesterol too low, that's going to cause some problems. So you don't want your cholesterol too low. Constipation, decreased libido, weight gain. Weight gain can be indicative of a thyroid problem, but I find more that are a pituitary problem. And I know that because if I do a lot of weight loss too. So when we give pituitary support and they start losing weight, yeah, that had some pituitary involvement if they're struggling losing weight. So concentration, yellow tint on the soles of the feet and the palms of the hands. Sinus problems, I do also sinus therapy, which we blow a little balloon up to 3 chambers each side, and phenomenal results. But if it's not going away, which is virtually almost never, we would start thinking maybe there's a thyroid issue. So decreased heart rate and blood pressure. That can again be, we use a heart sound recorder, and that there's nutritional reasons for that. Decrease can be change in the work rest ratio. It can be you need phosphorus, things like that. And that's what the heart sound recorder shows us. Recurring infections. We see that a lot. People come in, man, I'm sick every month, every 6 weeks. We got to fix that. Sometimes it's thyroid, sometimes it's gut, sometimes it's overall health and lack of nutrients. Remember, almost every disease, Surgeon General says 90%, comes from nutrient deficiencies, comes from our lifestyle. So recurring infections. Headaches, of course. And in this little corner, I put puffy hands and puffy face. And also menstrual irregularities. So you got irregularities. So you got to look at the body as a whole. This is not, oh, I have 3 of these, I have a hypothyroid, but you need to get the test and see where it's at. So that's how we look at thyroid, and we look at it in relationship to everything else going in the body. 20% of your thyroid hormone is converted in the liver, 20% in the peripheral tissues, 20% in the gut microbiome. So if just your gut's off, your gut microbiome maybe had some antibiotics or, number of times killing that gut microbiome, that can be a problem with conversion of thyroid hormone. So you got to look at the body as a whole. That's how we look at thyroid. Like everything else, look at thyroid in connection to the entire body. And we'll find the answers and the root cause to most problems doing it that way. So till next time, that's what you can do for your thyroid. Any questions, give us a call, 314-843-9355. I'm available to talk to patients, non-patients. Well, I had a non-patient from Chicago call me yesterday. So any questions we can help you with, we're always available to do so.